And we had a pretty interesting poll go up today.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was kind of...
We haven't even talked about our results at all.
Uh-uh.
Let's save it. Or are we doing it first?
Let's do it first.
All right, let's go into it.
Yeah. So, if you guys aren't familiar, if you guys are new, we've been running a tournament, looking at the best cars that you can get for $70,000,
$50,000 to $70,000.
$50,000 to $70,000.
Right.
And they have to be new cars, and they have to be around $70,000. So, the first week we ran the ZL1 versus the Mach 1. And the ZL1 won quite dramatically, except on your poll.
Yeah, my poll voted for the Mustang, but it doesn't matter because we both voted for the ZL1, so that passed through.
Oh, speaking of which, rules. If he and I do not agree on a car, that is when we resort to the poll results.
Yeah, but if we both agree, our vote counts more than anything else. If we both agree, then it's over.
Exactly.
But we'll still mention the poll.
Which
just
is what happened last week, because last week we both agreed that we would both take, what was it, over the Supra, the new 400Z. And
400Z,
the poll results overwhelmingly said Supra over 400Z.
Yeah, but we both said 400Z.
Yeah.
Which I was surprised because on my story, the story before the poll, I even said the rumors of the 400Z, which we've described here on the podcast, and it seems like the 400Z is just the smarter choice. But people for now still chose the Supra.
Yeah, for now. I just want to point that out. For now. Anyway, so this week we decided to do the Audi TTRS and pit it up against the BMW Z4 M40i, which is essentially a Supra without a roof.
Just about, yeah.
It has no head, basically. So let's go ahead and discuss kind of our thoughts first. So which one?
Okay.
Which one are you taking home if you have the choice?
Well, I think the BMW has a better balance. Front engine, classic BMW proportions of a front engine rear-wheel drive sports car or GT car, because it's kind of GT-ish.
Yeah.
I do love that inline six, and I also do like convertibles. I mean, a lot of people in the car community don't really like convertibles, it seems like, or they usually choose the coupe over the convertible. I actually like convertibles. I think it adds some drama to the drive. But I'm choosing the TTRS.
Yeah, that's right.
I like the look of the TTRS more, and it's also, I think it's a little bit more sporty of a drive, even though you can drift the Z4 a little bit easier if you're going to do that. But then again, are you really taking your Z4 to the track? Probably not.
More than likely not.
Yeah. And the TTRS is just a sleeper, and it sounds so good. The 5 cylinders is a unique engine, which is really nice.
It sounds amazing, which is why I would take the TTRS too.
Yeah.
I mean, the sound is just incredible. You can get easily, I mean, realistically, both of these engines, if you wanted to tune them, you could get either of them up to 1,000 horsepower if you really wanted to.
If you want to, it's the tuning companies are already ready for you to do that.
Yes, exactly.
You just need the money.
The B58, the Audi 5-cylinder, both of them are ridiculously reliable. Well, the B58's somewhat reliable.
It's strong, but it has
strong.
quirks.
It does have, yeah.
As with most BMWs.
But the 5-cylinder, the Audi 5-cylinder, is one of the most reliable tunable engines that I have seen in a long time, probably since the 2J. And like the amount of power you can get out of that thing without breaking it is stupid.
Yeah, for not a very big motor either.
No, not at all. And it sounds so unique, and
it sounds cool.
It's amazing.
It's a very unique engine.
I'm frankly taking the TTRS, and going to the poll results, it looks like so are my followers.
Yeah.
71% voted for the Audi TTRS versus 29%.
Really?
Yeah. It seems like everybody wants the TTRS. I had somebody say, I actually had somebody DM me and say, I'm taking the TTRS. If I wanted a Z4, I'd go buy the Supra.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Really is fair enough. Even though on the last week's vote, people voted for the Supra, even though people know it's a BMW, the Z4 got slaughtered on my page.
Not surprised.
It got slaughtered. 89% voted for TTRS, only 11% for Z4.
Nobody cares about the Z4.
Yeah. which sucks because it happens every generation. The Z4 comes out,
Yeah.
and that's why it goes away.
It's
because
because BMW doesn't make good sports cars. They make
You
good.
might want to take that back.
No. In the way that a traditional sports car is made, two-seat, front engine, rear drive.
Okay.
Okay, not talking about taking a sedan like an M3, like a 3 Series, and then making it into a sports car.
Okay.
They make fantastic sports sedans and sports like
Mm-hmm.
coupe sedan things. They don't make good sports cars. The only one they've ever made that was good was the M1. Think about it. The i8 was trash.
Oh yeah.
The i8 was trash. The
Yeah.
last Z4 was kind of trash. The Z4 before that was kind of trash. The Z3 was actually, I mean, it was okay. The clown shoe was pretty great.
This clown shoe is cool.
But it was also a hatchback, so it was no longer really a 2-seat sports car.
I don't know. I guess it depends on your definition of a sports car. I mean, I get what you're saying. I guess M4 you can technically say.
No, it has back seats, not a traditional sports car. It's based off of a sedan.
Man. Yeah, I don't know. That's kind of a blurred line there, because then you're also saying Camaros or Mustangs aren't sports cars.
But the Mustang is based on a chassis that is specifically designed for its purpose. So the 3 Series is not designed to be a sports car. It's designed to be a commuter car.
I guess so. I don't know. Either way,
That being said,
Z4 got slaughtered.
the only I I drive a Mustang, so I'm allowed to say this. The only Mustang that has never been based off of a sort of economy car style chassis is the new one.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
So the only proper sports car Mustang is the new one. I drive a Mustang. I'm allowed to say that. So, in all reality, like, Ford never made a good sports car either. They made a good muscle car. They took their biggest engine and then stuck it into an economy car chassis, which is basically what a muscle car was. That's what Dodge is doing amazing at doing.
Mm-hmm. Right. Yeah, I don't know. That definition could get blurred pretty quickly. But at least for this dedicated 2-door, the Z4, there's just not really much going for it.
Meh.
Yeah, it's just not very unique. It doesn't have a whole lot of personality.
No.
It's functionally a good car, but
Which is a shame that it doesn't have personality because it's from BMW. BMW is usually very good at making cars with personality. M2 CS.
well, we discussed some of the recent years, maybe not.
Yeah.
But they're trying to bring that back.
The F-Series chassis were kind of...
Right. Exactly.
But like all of the E-chassis cars were just phenomenal.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, two of the E-chassis cars, the E39 M5 and then the E46 M3, each of those are always in the talk for best driver's car ever.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely.
Like, BMW knows how to make good stuff. It's just been a while.
Yeah, BMW's an interesting company. Sometimes they hit it right on the head, and sometimes they just get a little off.
Yeah, just a little bit. Anyways, so your poll said it was 81.
Oh, it got slaughtered. Yeah, about
Yeah.
90%.
Jeez.
TTRS. Yeah.
So I think it's kind of obvious who wins this head-to-head here. I'm going to have to go, obviously, the Z4 won this, right?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. What do we got left in the tournament? What cars do we have left?
So we have
We do have an
left-
M2, correct?
We have the M2 Comp.
So BMW, you're still in this.
Still in this, just not with the Z4. We have the C8 Corvette. We have a Hellcat. And we have a Cayman. What do you want to do next?
And the 400Z, right?
400Z's, I mean, that'll be in the next tier.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So it'll go up against some other winner
Right.
at some point. So we still have to go through some elimination rounds. So we have M2 Comp, C8 Corvette,
Yeah.
Hellcat, and Cayman. Which one do you want to do next? I'm thinking M2 Comp versus Cayman could be cool, and C8 Corvette versus Hellcat could be interesting.
Let's do the muscle.
Do the muscle? C8 Corvette
Yeah.
versus Hellcat?
Yeah.
All right, so next week,
We got some V8s under the hood.
V8s, big bad supercharger.
Power versus refinement.
and computers.
And a good chassis.
And a good chassis. But yeah, that'll be next week.